Hello there, Ray here, and today I will be showing you an infinitely automatic endstone and torch farm. This farm allows you to AFK and acquire infinite amounts of endstone as well as torches automatically. The way that this farm works is by collecting the endstone and torches that are generated with the exit end portal. Every time the exit end portal is regenerated in the world, the exit end portal will also generate 4 torches around the center fountain part of the bedrock, as well as 16 endstone around the outside rim of the bedrock formation. There are several ways to have the exit end portal regenerate, including resummoning the dragon with ender crystals, but I use 2 different ways to do this instead. While making my first automatic dragon's breath farm, I noticed that every time I deleted the dragon with the MC edit, it would just respawn along with a brand new exit end portal. This would also occur every time I move the dragon far away from the main island with MC edit. The first method is just by deleting the dragon from within the game. I figured out a way to delete the dragon without using MC edit. This is done by moving the dragon outside of a 12 chunk square area from 0, 0, while also loading the far chunks as entity processing chunks, as well as having a render distance of 8. The other method that I use is by having the dragon be pushed outside of the 12 chunk area, but not having it get deleted. Then just reloading the main island, which I'll explain more in another video. I use the first method for this farm, so after the dragon spawns in, it will be moved outside of the main island, where the game will have it be deleted. I'm using a mod called Cubitic, which is made by Cubitic, which allows me to slow down the game, as well as see when things occur in the game. Like I can see when the dragon spawns in and where it actually spawns in. This is a very helpful tool when you're making very complex farms like this that depend on game tick perfect timings. So the dragon will be summoned in at 0, 128, 0, which is this end stone block right here. Even though the dragon's hitbox is 16 meters by 16 meters by 8 meter area, which is where the dragon shows up as, the actual area where the dragon destroys blocks is only a 6 meter by 6 meter by 4 meter high area. But since the dragon is an even number of meters long and the spot in which the dragon is summoned is odd, the dragon is actually centered on in between these 4 blocks here, which just happens to be 4 different chunks as well. So here I've marked out the 4 areas where the dragon can remove blocks when it's first summoned in. So it can either be more offset between these 2 pillars, between these 2 pillars, or these 2 pillars, or these 2 pillars over here. But inside all these pillars, and an area where the dragon, no matter where it spawns in, can destroy this cobblestone here. And this cobblestone is being pushed in from this cobblestone generator back here. And this cobblestone generator is budded, and it's also being updated by this comparator clock. So as soon as the dragon respawns, and this will cause the dragon to destroy part of this cobblestone, and this allows the piston here to get updated by this redstone block and begin pushing in this cobblestone. This happens 1 game tick after the dragon is summoned in, and this will allow the dragon to be pushed back far enough back to here, and from this point the extended piston here will be able to retract, and this will allow the dragon to be pulled through and warped onto the other side. Unlike most entities, the dragon ignores most collision boxes from other blocks and instead just flies around right through them. The same thing occurs when the dragon is moved through these blocks here, where it'll just warp right through them and not collide. So 2 game ticks after the cobble moves the dragon, it will make it to this row of pistons here, which all retract 1 game tick after each other. This allows the dragon to quickly be moved outside of the 12 chunk area where the game will have it be deleted. Then after 1 minute of the dragon being deleted, a brand new dragon will respawn here along with the exit end portal being regenerated. What you do not want to do is load any more chunks in that direction with the player. This can cause the dragon to not be deleted and instead fly back to here. As long as you load this properly, the dragon will be captured and moved with this system 100% of the time without failing. Underneath where the dragon will spawn is the exit end portal. And here we have the exit end portal surrounded by a machine that will collect the end stone as well as the torches off of the exit end portal every time it regenerates. The torches are collected using this cobble generator with a water stream inside of it. The clock back here on the cobble generator is always pulsing and is trying to push the cobblestone out to the maximum limit. Once a new dragon respawns, the exit end portal down here will regenerate and this will cause all the air up to level Y94 to be replaced with air blocks. I showed how this can be used to break bedrock at 1.8. Once the water flow comes through here, the water will have a couple different currents which will allow the torches to not get stuck up against the walls. And right here you can see that once the torches do fall on top of the bedrock, these pistons along here will pulse, which will push the torches off into the water stream. Once the torches fall into the water stream, they will end up in these corners here, and behind these corners are some upper mine carts which are able to pick up items through the corners, and then they will dispense them into this chest. And you can see that after a while you collect quite a few torches. The endstone is collected by pulling the endstone away from the bedrock formation here, and then it is pushed underneath the bedrock formation towards the wither here, which will be able to do his block breaking ability since he's being damaged, and this will cause him to break the endstone and turn it into items. The items will then be flown and pushed about from this water current and fall into this hopper here, and then they will just be dispensed down into these chests down below. Since the wither is taking a lot of damage from suffocating within the bedrock, it cannot regenerate its health back naturally. So underneath of the wither here, I have a bunch of witches, and these witches here are all being aggroed on each other, so they are tossing their damage potions towards each other. And since the wither is an undead mob, it will not be damaged from the damage potion, but instead the damage potions will heal the wither and will prevent the wither from dying from the suffocation damage. The way I keep the witches aggroed is by having a snowman over here, and the snowman over here is shooting snowballs at this witch right here. And when the witch here tries to throw a potion back at the snowman, the witch will aim a little bit high, trying to throw the distance of the snowman, which will cause the witch to actually throw the potion up into the ceiling, and causing this witch to damage other nearby witches in the area. This will cause the other witches to become aggro at each other, and they will just start throwing damage potions all about. And during relogging, the witches can sometimes forget to become aggro again, so that's why the snowman is left in, to allow the witches to become re-aggroed after the chunk is reloaded. You will want to remove the wither before unloading these chunks, because if you reload these chunks with the wither inside this bedrock, he will just pop out of this bedrock and be standing over here above the bedrock. All the redstone that goes and activates all the pistons around the exit end portal is just run by this clock over here. And this clock goes off more than just once a minute. This is because the endstone that spawns up in this corner here have to be pulled down by this piston, then pulled over and then pushed into this collection area, which allows it to be pushed into this 3x3 area for the wither to break. And you may also notice that every once in a while a torch or endstone will glitch out of the farm. This just happens ever so often when the pistons retract, and they'll just glitch through. This farm here can produce about 15 stacks of endstone per hour and 240 torches per hour. In 1.9, endstone is pretty useful because now you can make these endstone bricks, which are crafted out of endstone, and torches are always useful in survival. With a player AFKing here, this farm is infinitely automatic, since this farm does not require any new inputs after the player has started the farm. The way that you would build this farm in survival is that first you would build this dragon transportation system. And don't forget to put in these chunk loaders for the entity processing chunks. And then once you have this system set up so that the dragon is properly being deleted by the game, then you can come in to the exit end portal and build the farm around it so that you can collect all the endstone and torches that you will need in survival. Who can say no to a farm that uses both the ender dragon and the wither in one farm? So there is a world download in the description if you want to build this in your very own world, or if you just want to check this out in more detail. There you have it, guys, an infinitely automatic endstone and torch farm for your very own survival world. So if you found this interesting, show me with a like. If you would like to see more crazy 1.9 farms, subscribe, and don't forget to comment. Bye bye!